Good afternoon. My name is Martina Sykorova. I am an architect, and in my work I focus on urbanism, urban planning, and public spaces. In the next 15 minutes, I would like to present you our project, which deals with the planning of the public spaces in small cities. The aim of the project is to create a methodology whose target group are representative of municipality of small city, especially the mayors. Those 15 minutes are limiting for such a broad topic as the preparing and planning of the changes of the public spaces. It's not only about the design of public spaces, but it's also about the explaining the whole process step by step and get some orientation in terms, involve the right people or the right group in the right time as well. So this presentation will be a very brief presentation of our work. So our project was supported by Thatcher, and as you can see, we have been we have been working for this project for more than 2 years, and the project will be completed in the March 2021. A disciplinary team of architects and sociologists are working on it together. And I have to say that the specialist on participatory design had a great contribution to the project. We cooperate with 3 municipalities in the project. It is the city Drahelčice, Buštěhrad, and Mnichovice. These municipalities are different not only by the number of inhabitants. For example, Drahelčice, they had around 1,000 inhabitants, and Mnichovice and Buštěhrad, they are similar. They had around 4,000 inhabitants. But also they are different in the most pressing and specific problem which they solved. It's, for example, the suburbanization or the way how to integrate the new inhabitants to the life of the municipality. As I mentioned in the introduction, 15 minutes is not enough time to describe all the activities that we were carried out during the project or during the preparation of the methodology. So I decided to show you now, from my point of view, the most interesting and the most important part of the project. So I will start with the urban methods. Firstly, we defined the main public spaces in the city. So we focus on the main public spaces as it is the village square or the waterfront. But also we selected the streets according to their character, to their width, purpose, and appearance. Then we start to evaluate the public spaces according to the various criteria, and there is the final graph of it. And also the integral part was the SWOT analysis of the project. Then we try to involve the people to our project. So we prepared a few activities, as for example the emotional map, or we prepared the pictures with the different solutions of the public spaces. And then we ask the participant what they like, what they don't like, and if they can imagine to apply those or the similar solution in their city. Now I would like to focus on our main output of the project, and it is the final methodology. The methodology is based on the previous phases. I would like to say that our target group of the methodology are the representative of municipalities. So these people have a very broad agenda that they have to deal with on a daily basis. So their scope is from the kindergartens through the public spaces to the energy. So these people have a certain, and also these people have the certain education, interest, and preferences. And for this reason, they can't focus on or it can be close to them, every branch of the agenda. So we tried to create a really simple guidebook from them to show them or to help them with the planning and with the processing of the public spaces. So, and also we try to use the simple language, which is not professional and which will be close to them. It's also necessary to emphasize that our aim isn't to create some specialist in architecture, urbanism, or participatory design, but we try to make them equal partner for designer, partner who can make the informed decisions. So this is the part of our methodology. So I will show you how it looks like. So, our methodology is divided into five phases, as you can see here, which show you the whole process of the preparation and the planning of the public spaces. Each phase contains of the individual steps, or we can say tasks, and show how that should be realized in the project. So everything is clearly stated in the timeline, and there is also mentioned what task is in the responsibility of the mayor, and which should be delegated to some expert, for example, to architect or to expert to participatory design. The document explains the basic meaning of the term of the Building Act. It helps the mayor decide whether they want to create a general manual for the entire city, or if they want to focus on the one specific public space, or if they want to focus on the new localities that may arise according to the zoning plan. It includes also the link to links to the similar studies on the website, and there they can see the number of inhabitants of the municipality, or even the prices of the study. This data helps to overcome the assumption of the cities that they are too small for this type of design project, or that it should be quite expensive for them. These links can be also useful for the municipality, because they can check how the studies looks like and how another author deal with the similar problems. Yeah. Now I would like to introduce you to the annexes. To the annexes of the methodology. Annexes are interactive and also educational. And they help the mayor to orientate in the topic of, and form his own opinion. During creating the annexes, we based on the experience from the urban method and the participatory design, how I show you in the beginning of this presentation. We tried to create a questionnaire with the various understandable questions, for general public, relating to the quality of the public spaces. By answering these questions, the mayor evaluated the public spaces according to the urban method, as I show you in the beginning of this presentation. So residents, and it's also because the residents quickly get used to their surrounding, and they also overlook the shortcoming, such as broken pavements or too many advertisements in the streets. These questionnaires will help them to open the eyes again and to look at the public spaces from a distance and define what are the wrong and what are the right aspects of the public spaces. A similar annex will also create is also created for the participatory designing, and it will show them how to communicate with the citizens and how to use the modern tool of the communication. Yeah. Another annex of the methodology is a description of the basic principles of architectural principles for work with the public spaces. We focus on the small intervention in public spaces, which don't need to be permitted under the Building Act. These include, for example, the placing of the benches or choosing the surface of the pavement and so on. Now our methodology is being tested. So we test it with the citizens and also with some selected institutions. Their comments will be implemented into our final version. So I would like to show you the some institutions' feedback that we get. And I have to say that most of them are positives, and we have a really good response to annex of our methodology. I would like to thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a nice day.